Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do a quick rundown of the new ToA because they have changed some things, and in all honesty I didn't even plan on making a video about it, but I thought it could maybe be fun, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so right now there is nothing out of the ordinary, perhaps. However, I did not clear these stages, at least not this time around, because Kuro actually made a change to ToA that if you had already previously cleared these stages, they will use the characters that you cleared these stages with, and it will just auto-clear for you. Which is a pretty neat thing, in my opinion. And so, to let the players have still enough fun, I suppose, they made a change to the hazard tower. Yeah, we have 4 of these now. So this is gonna be rather interesting, and when I am done, I will give my opinion on it, if I like it more than previously, or if it's not as fun. And I say we start with the side towers first, and then we'll figure out what we do with the hazard tower. Okay, so for the resonant tower, we clearly want a spectral unit. However, I do believe that the side towers are easy enough that you don't necessarily need to trigger the second effect, which obviously this heavily favors Zani, considering she acts with Spectral Frazzle and heavy attacks. So I say we try it obviously with Zani first. And actually, because we only have one Shorekeeper, I want to see which of my units would require me to use Shorekeeper. So obviously I usually run Zani with Shorekeeper. Now on this side, you want Electro. However, the second effect, I mean, I do suppose I could use Carlotta here, and I don't believe Carlotta necessarily needs Shorekeeper. However, if we look at the hazard tower, the first pair wants you to use either Havoc or Arrow. Although, I would say the second effect very much wants you to use Curtifia. And here, this one very obviously wants you to use Augusta, because, first of all, it gives you a 30% heavy attack damage bonus. Then, it does favor shields. Shielded resonators take 10% less damage, and their total damage is increased by 16% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And you can re-trigger this effect. And enemies take 10% less damage. However, if you have a shield, then that is nil. So you do want to use Augusta, however, there is a buff to every other unit as well, because if you use your Resonance Liberation, you immediately gain a shield. But of course, other units are not gonna get near the amount of buffs that Augusta gets. Okay, I want to use either Cartifia or Fullover on this side, and the other team I will use here. So I believe we can use Carlotta here with Marina, and here we can use Zani, also with Shorekeeper. Okay, I will be using this team for the Resonant Tower, and just a quick rundown of their builds. My Zani has a decent amount of attack, crit rate, crit damage, her signature weapon, and I'm using Eternal Radiance on her because it's, well, her best stat. Then here we have her talents. Pretty alright, could definitely be better. And of course, no cons. Then we have Phoebe, also no constellations. Pretty okay talents, also on Eternal Radiance, but a bit more focused on the buffing capabilities. Then her signature weapon, and those are her stats. And then we have Shorekeeper, lots of recharge, signature weapon. I have her on Rejuvenating Glow. We don't talk about her talents, and no constellations, of course. Okay, enough yap. I say we get right into it. So we did indeed do it. I know that was not a very good performance at all, but apparently it doesn't need to be. Okay, now for Echoing Tower. I still want to try and use Carlotta simply because she is very strong, very easy. And you get a Resonance Liberation bonus, 30% for 5 seconds after using your resonance skill, so I think that's pretty nice. So for this team we use Verena because I want to use Shorekeeper with Frolova, and I do very much believe that Carlotta can dish out enough damage so that she doesn't necessarily need Shorekeeper, but we shall see. Okay, now for their builds, we have Carlotta, pretty alright stats, I suppose. Then we have her signature weapon. I have her on Frosty Resolve, and I really need to farm these echoes. Her talents, obviously S0, and now for my disappointment child. S0, her talents are atrocious, but she does what she needs to do, and I am not going to invest more into her. I have her in Moonlit Clouds, Augment, and those are her stats. And, well, Verena, Energy Recharge, she is still level 80. Then I have a variation, which I really should level up one of these days, but we have time. It works so far. Also on Rejuvenating Glow, her talents are very much under-leveled. And, yeah, she's the pain of my existence. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let us begin. Okay, that looked pretty epic. But yeah, we did it with, I think, 20 seconds left. So, again, Carlotta can carry. She's unbelievably strong and very easy to play, so... Alright, now for the hard part. I think my Cartafia team is stronger than my Flowor team, so I'm very inclined on using Cartafia here. You know what? We will just use Cartafia here, then we'll try Flowor there, and if that doesn't work, we just swap them around. Okay, then we will look at their builds. I'm very proud of my Cartafia build. I have invested a lot into her, and I am continuously doing so by farming her echoes. We have her signature weapon as well. Then we have her on Windward Pilgrimage. Her talents. Again, very proud of my girl. I love her. She is fantastic. And S0. Then Rover. S4. Yeah, on Rejuvenating Glow. We have her on Blood Pact's Pledge. And those are her stats. Nothing out of the ordinary, I suppose. And then we have Jacona. Pretty good stats. Her signature. We have her on Gusts of Vulcan. Her talents are looking pretty decent too. And we have her S2. Then let us begin. Yeah, okay, that wasn't very hard. Okay, now for the second stage. Those are always the ones that I fear the most, I'd say, because we have very, very annoying elite enemies at the beginning, and then we still have to fight a boss, but we'll see how it goes. I would say it's gonna take me at least 2 tries. We'll see. Okay, never mind, we did it first try. Yeah, my Credifia and Jacona combo is kind of busted. And Cardiffia is just incredibly strong, so. Okay, now for the scary part. We will use Frolova. And no, I will not be using Augusta because my Mortefi is looking rather grim with his levels. Okay, I do not have Ruchia, so I'll be using Shorekeeper instead. Should work, hopefully, maybe, I pray. That's what they're looking like. Her stats, her signature weapon. I have her on Dream of the Lost and Havoc Eclipse. Her talents, can you tell who my favorite characters are? And S0. Cantarella, also S0. Talents, pretty alright. Then we have Midnight Veil, her signature weapon, and those are her stats. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, I highly doubt we can still finish this, so I will try Cardiffia here and Frolova on the other side. Okay, I don't really know what to say, to be honest. We had 10-20 seconds left. Did not like that. Okay, let us try the Dragon of Durage with this team. Okay, we did it. Barely. That was not fun. This enemy is not fun at all. In case you didn't notice, when it spawned, it was almost constantly in the air, so Cardifia could not hit it, so she didn't build up any of her stacks, but kept on losing her buffs, which meant that my ultimate did not do nearly as much damage as it should have, and that was not fun. Okay, then let us try Frolova. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. That was okay. Okay, I just now realized I can't use Shorekeeper on this one because I need her to have 5 left. Okay, then I guess Verena, it's time for you to shine again. Which, to be honest, I don't mind using Verena on a Zani team. I feel like the rotation's just faster, and I don't mind it. Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Now let's see if this works. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so my final verdict. This is not okay. These 2 stages are not okay. I don't know if Cardiffia just doesn't really work there, but with Furlover, I couldn't do it. I mean, to be fair, my Furlover team isn't that strong without Rochia, I think, or maybe I just lack immense skill. I wonder if this is possible with someone else. I mean, my Cardiffia team is very, very invested, and we barely cleared with her. I mean, I don't know if you really need Augusta that badly. Considering it favors heavy attack, maybe Zani could work there? No, she wouldn't because they have Spectral resistance. I wonder if this team could work. Okay, so Furlover gives a heavy attack damage bonus. So I guess we'd be using Shorekeeper. Again, I'm not a big fan of stage 3 and 4. I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to playing Augusta. I don't have a Mortifi build, so I know nothing about her rotations. Not really, anyway. And I don't think my teams work very well here. Okay, so the conclusion is that the only team I managed to finish the third and the fourth stage with is my heavily invested Credifia team. Now we'll try here, which I think this is gonna be a lot easier. Yeah, let's see. I want to try using Carlotta first, because while they do have glacier resistance, you do still get a buff when you use your Resonance Liberation, and we know Carlotta kind of is based on that. Yeah, okay, as you can see, instead of 180 seconds, so 3 minutes, we only need to finish it within 2.5 minutes. Meaning, my Cardathea team had about 40 seconds left to finish this, and my Frolova team had, what, 10 seconds left to finish it. So this is actually great. That happens when you don't read. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you didn't get too mad when it took me so long to figure out the 2.5 minute clear instead of 3 minutes. I did enjoy myself a lot, even though I was a little bit frustrated, but that just came from incompetency and not because they did something wrong, the devs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.